Is Great Uncle Walt frozen underneath the Pirates of the Caribbean rock?
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 misconceptions and myths about famous celebrities.
Mama Cat, deceased, ham sandwich.
Number 10. Ariana Grande's name isn't pronounced like that. After years of releasing wildly successful music and the recent buzz surrounding her portrayal of Glinda in Wicked, Ariana Grande has become a bona fide household name.
Dear Glinda, you are just too good. How do you stand it? I don't think I could. She's a terror, she's a tartar. We don't need to show a bias, but Glinda, you're a martyr.
Except, that's not her name. Or at least, not how it's pronounced. In a 2018 interview with Beats One, the singer revealed that her grandparents pronounced her last name almost completely differently, and it was at the suggestion of her brother, Frankie, that Ariana modified her pronunciation, and the new name stuck.
My grandpa said Grandy.
So should we all be saying Grandy?
Well, my brother kind of changed it to Grande because, like, Grandy was kind of like the, I guess, Americanized version of it, you know? Like, made it more, like, you know, chill, like, whatever. And then my brother was like, we should say Grande. It's so fun to, like, say it. It's, like, funny. It's, like, a funny name.
Maybe all this confusion is why Larry David just gave up altogether when trying to pronounce the singer's name on SNL.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ariana...
Number 9. Beyoncé didn't fake her first pregnancy. During an interview on the Australian TV show Sunday Night, Beyoncé took her seat in a way that made her dress fold unusually, causing a worldwide media frenzy.
But what this moment exposed to some even caught us by surprise. Here it is again, slowed down. As Beyoncé sits down with Molly Meldrum, her dress folds. That crease caused a worldwide controversy.
The shot appeared as though she was wearing a fake pregnancy belly, and conspiracy theorists immediately took notice. Sunday Night took note of the public's response and quickly came out with previously unseen footage to hopefully disprove the theories, but it was too late. Wendy Williams had already caught the scent.
You know I did my research, and we've got the video to prove. Hold on. So people started questioning, was this baby bump real or fake? Now, being a woman who, you know, I had my baby bump, many of you have had baby bumps, I never remember my baby bump squat. Just take a look at the video.
The infamous gossip took the fake pregnancy rumors and ran with them, and to this day, people still believe Blue Ivy Carter was born to a surrogate and not Beyoncé herself.
Okay, take a look at the picture. Okay, be very clear. Then I'm pregnant too. I mean, anybody who's had a good smothered pork chop or a good burrito, girls, come on, we all get this. Morel, my makeup artist, can make a good one. Right, Morel?
Number 8. Michael Jackson didn't sleep in a hyperbaric chamber. While the king of pop was known for his eccentricities, there was never any truth to this widely believed tabloid story.
First of all, I have been in this house getting lit and getting prepared for this, and I've been all over the house upstairs when you weren't looking for that oxygen chamber. I cannot find the oxygen chamber anywhere in the house. That story is so crazy.
According to a completely false 1986 National Enquirer story, Jackson slept in a hyperbaric chamber in order to slow the aging process in the hopes of living to be 150 years old. Hyperbaric chambers aren't safe to sleep in, but they are often used to treat burn victims. After being treated for severe burns to his scalp on the set of a Pepsi commercial, Jackson donated a hyperbaric chamber to the hospital that treated him.
How did it get started?
I did a commercial for Pepsi, and I was burned very badly, and we settled for like it was $1 million, and I gave all the money. We built this place called the Michael Jackson Burn Center, and that's a piece of technology that's used for burn victims.
It's likely that the photographs taken of Jackson in the chamber were taken at that hospital to publicize his donation and promote the work of the burn unit staff.
Somebody takes a picture. When they process the picture, the person who processes the picture say, "Oh, Michael Jackson, he made a copy." These pictures went all over the world with this lie attached to it. It's a complete lie. Why do people buy these papers and it's not the truth?
Number 7. Shirley Eaton didn't die filming Goldfinger. Life most certainly did not imitate art during the production of this famous Bond movie, although many people think it did. In Goldfinger, Jill Masterson dies of skin suffocation after being painted head to toe in metallic gold paint. This led to a rumor that the use of gold paint on actress Shirley Eaton caused her to suffer the same fate as her character.
Hello, I'm Shirley Eaton. I expect you might remember me as Jill Masterson in Goldfinger, the James Bond favourite film. Well, as you can see, I'm very much alive.
In reality, only the parts of her body shown on camera were painted. The rest of her skin was left bare, preventing any potential harm.
One of the makeup ladies and a wardrobe lady came with me into my dressing room, into the bathroom, and they just scrubbed me down with sponges and soap, and I was all pink and sore.
Eaton is in fact still alive, and even appeared in an episode of Mythbusters to dispel this rumor once and for all.
After Goldfinger, I made 7 more films, and I wondered, who started this myth?
Number 6. Mr. Rogers wasn't a Navy SEAL. Sometimes people really can be as wholesome as they look. Fred Rogers was the creator and host of the educational children's series, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, might as well say, would you be mine, would you be mine, won't you be my neighbor?
Throughout the series, Rogers taught the youth of North America about the importance of kindness and tolerance toward those around us.
These fish are real, and I feed them real food. Everything in this house here is real. But everything in the neighborhood of make-believe is like a dream.
In the early 2000s, rumors began to spread that the TV host had a violent past as a Navy SEAL during the Vietnam War, with some even going as far as to say he wore his signature sweater to conceal tattoos commemorating his extensive kills.
But what does Michael Keaton think about the sniper rumor?
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I'm sorry.
Whatever you say, Batman, but it could be totally true.
It's totally untrue. The only time Mr. Rogers took off between college and television, he went to seminary.
These rumors were completely false. Rogers never served in the military in any capacity. His sweaters also never concealed any tattoos, but they were all hand-knitted with love by Rogers' mother. Number 5. Cass Elliot didn't die choking on a sandwich. Singer Cass Elliot, known for her time with the Mamas and the Papas, is considered a legend of the American folk music scene.
Starts fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss.
During her lifetime, however, Elliot faced considerable ridicule for her weight, contributing to a lifelong struggle with her body image. Elliot died of a heart attack at the young age of 32, but popular rumors stated she died choking on a ham sandwich.
Well, what happened was, as we were leaving the show that time,
right outside.
The what do you call that? Sewer thing had been tilted up, and my foot slipped on it, and I was leaving for Texas.
I was standing right outside, and you came down and took a header.
Nice. And so I went to this little hospital across the street, your friendly neighborhood hospital.
Perhaps the most disheartening myth on this list for its sheer cruelty and insensitivity, Elliot's daughter Owen described the rumor as one last slap against the fat lady.
But I was on the news, which is really grim because my mother didn't know about it, and she saw it on the news.
Scares people to death.
And then I have some friends in Paris who called that made the papers in Paris. I mean, I could work all my life to do something really good, a good piece of work, and nobody would ever hear about it. And just tip over somewhere where there's a camera. But...
Number 4. Walt Disney's head isn't cryogenically frozen.
He'd walk around the studio a lot, he'd walk around the machine shop, he'd start a little conversation with somebody. It's usually a question.
What we're doing here, what's this all about?
You've probably heard of this popular rumor about America's most famous animator, that Disney had his head cryogenically frozen after his death, so he could be brought back to life when technology allowed. Some even say his frozen head is kept under the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, but there's never been any truth to this morbid myth.
He is not. We don't have him in an ice cube tray in the freezer, and no, not frozen.
Still, this rumor has persisted for decades, with some alleging that the film Frozen was so named in order to push this chilly piece of gossip further down in search results for Disney and Frozen.
What? You kind of set off an eternal winter everywhere.
That one might even be plausible, but the original rumor is nothing but lies. Number 3. Jennifer Lopez's body isn't insured. One of the most persistent myths on this list is the rumor that Jennifer Lopez has insured her booty for $1 million. This false fact has popped up for years on celebrity gossip websites and tabloids, but the star vehemently denies any truth behind the rumor.
I don't know if it's true or not.
Okay.
Did you insure your butt for $1 million? No.
No. There is no such thing
How
as that.
can you insure your butt
I
for
think
$1
there
million?
is a place in your homeland where
Right.
you can insure certain things, like parts of your body.
Body part insurance is a popular topic for pop culture journalists, and some claims made about celebrities are actually true, like Heidi Klum's $2 million leg insurance policy. Most, however, are totally made up. While J-Lo's rumor is likely the most famous, other false claims have been made about Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, and Dolly Parton. Despite being actually a legitimate practice, body part insurance is not as common as tabloids would have you believe.
Because it would be odd to insure your ass.
Or
because,
anything.
Like, no, but I get it. If you're a piano
But
player.
especially your ass.
If you're a piano player.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And you
I feel
insure
your
your
hands,
but you
older.
didn't insure the butt.
No.
Number 2. Albert Einstein didn't fail math.
What are we doing?
I'm steering the boat.
Without looking?
The wind direction. The tiller.
Yes.
Close your eyes.
The idea that one of the greatest scientific minds of all time couldn't pass grade school math is a bit absurd, but still believed by many. Einstein excelled in math and science, and even taught himself calculus as a young teenager. He was even able to sit an entrance exam for university 2 years before his peers, which he promptly failed due to poor performance in non-scientific subjects. Perhaps this was the source of the rumor that Einstein struggled in his early studies, but it's unclear where anyone got the idea that he was bad at math.
Space is shaped. Space is full of curves and dents.
Still, if this rumor inspires anyone who struggles in school to keep trying, maybe a little white lie isn't such a bad thing after all.
Who are all those men outside?
Reporters. Word has reached us from London of your anointing. You're famous.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Marilyn Monroe wasn't a dumb blonde. An enduring symbol of beauty and glamour, Marilyn Monroe is perhaps the most famous movie star of all time. She was often cast in blonde bombshell roles that highlighted her beauty above any of her other qualities, leading her to be considered nothing more than a dumb blonde.
Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
In truth, Monroe was incredibly intellectually curious, and despite not finishing high school, she took literature courses at UCLA. She was an avid reader, with a personal library containing over 400 books on a wide variety of subjects.
One of the look writers came over to the set one day and asked me if I'd like to look at some pictures in a portfolio, and I said yes, I'd like to. And I saw the most beautiful pictures I'd ever seen. And I said I'd like for this photographer to photograph me.
She sought intellectual stimulation in her relationships too, notably with writers Arthur Miller and Truman Capote. Although she couldn't escape her dumb blonde reputation in life, we owe it to her legacy to refute that harmful stereotype for good.
It's not that I object to doing musicals or comedies. In fact, I rather enjoy it. But I would like to do also dramatic parts too.
What's the wildest celebrity rumor you've ever heard? Let us know in the comments.
That story, it was like it had legs.
It's crazy.
It is.
Why would I want to sleep in a chamber?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.